What's up, guys? It's Angelesu here. Today I wanted to do a super complete, beginner's top 5 things that you need to know in order to start playing Fortnite. This is going to be a guide for absolute beginners, people who haven't even touched the game. Alright, so when you first start a game of Fortnite, you're going to see a map just like this one. I mean, unless they change the map, they do that pretty often. But when you're just starting out, it's pretty important that you don't land at any of the actual named locations. If you land at the named locations, there's going to be other people there, and I have to say, for your first few games, it's probably better to just land somewhere discreet. I'm gonna land right here, for example. Alright, now that you're on the ground, you have some weapons and you have some of these potions that'll fill up your shield. There's shield in this game, by the way. It's essentially like a second health bar. The next thing you're gonna work on is aim. Now, even better players kind of struggle with aim in Fortnite, so just kind of move around, get your crosshairs all good and tested, make sure your sensitivity's right. Because if you don't have really good aim in this game, you're going to be losing to players that are a lot worse than you, and that's just not fun for anyone, especially when these games run for 25 minutes. My advice is just stop somewhere, take a look at some objects, and then try to shoot it. You know, get some really good practice in. Obviously, real players are going to move, but it is good to actually practice your aim, and even pro players do practice their aim on a daily basis, so get used to practicing your aim in this game. Alright, the next thing you're going to want to learn is sort of a 2-in-1. So I'm sure you've seen, but Fortnite is sort of a building game. You need to be able to build. And the very basic thing that you need to learn in Fortnite is harvesting materials, like maybe this rock. You're getting a lot of brick from this rock. And I can use that brick later to build structures, like a floor, a ramp, a wall, or a cone. Now, building is obviously the reason why Fortnite has such an intense learning curve and why people just drop the game outright when they're not very good builders, but I would say that the most important thing that you need to learn right off the bat is how to build a box. And a box is just when you build 4 walls, a roof, and a floor. And the reason why I say that this is the most important build is because a lot of the times people are spraying you like this, but you don't really know which direction it's coming from, and if you're in a box, then you'll be able to see which wall is getting damaged, and you'll know which direction they're coming from. Also, in endgame, a lot of people just like to stay in their boxes because you are technically safe. I say technically because there are ways to get around it, and people will push you, but for the most part, you're safe. Alright, so number 4 on the most important things that you need to learn is there is a storm, and this storm progressively gets smaller throughout the game. So this game typically lasts about 20 to 25 minutes, and the longer that you spend in this game, the smaller this circle is going to get, and the more the storm is going to close on you. Now, you do take damage in the storm, so the longer you spend in the storm, the more likely it is you're going to be eliminated from it. And that ties into the next really important thing you need to learn, and that's how to ramp rush. Because the storm is so unpredictable in how it moves, and there are a lot of hills and mountains in Fortnite, it's really important to know how to build ramps. So there is a ramp button, and all you really need to do is hold the place button down, and you'll be able to ramp as high as you want. This is also important for fighting other players because a lot of players fight at elevation, and you'll need to ramp rush to get up to them. Alright, and for the last tip, we're going to be going over choosing your inventory. Now, your basic types of weapons in Fortnite are going to be your sniper rifle, your assault rifle, your shotgun, and your submachine gun. Now, Fortnite has rarities in this game, and they basically go from gray to green to blue to purple to gold to mythic, which is like a yellow color. Anyway, the higher the rarity of a gun, the better it's going to be. So sometimes the guns are going to have a faster reload time, sometimes they're going to do a little bit more damage. But the point is that if you find 2 of the same gun and one is a higher rarity, you're going to want to pick the one that's a higher rarity. As far as what you should carry, that's a lot more dependent on you. There are 5 slots, and one of them I strongly recommend saving for heals. I'm not going to lie to you, right now, sniper rifles in particular aren't really that good in the game because they took away their ability to one-shot people, and now it's just kind of lame. Don't get me wrong, people are still good at sniping, but as far as Fortnite competitive goes, the last major tournament, only 1 person got sniped. Nice. Anyway, we have our faster firing shotguns, we have our slower shotguns that deal more damage, we have submachine gun weapons. This one's a submachine gun weapon as well. You have a lot to pick from. As far as competitive goes, most people go for the shotgun SMG combo. They figure it's like the fastest way to eliminate people, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of is. But that doesn't mean you can't get creative with it. We can also use this shotgun only because it shoots so fast. So maybe if I wanted to carry more heals, then I could have just this as my long range weapon, and I could have this as just my close range weapon, and it would work just fine. There's a lot of options to pick from, and there's a lot of different kind of guns too, like specialty guns. This one actually lights any wooden structures or trees on fire, and that makes it a lot harder for other players to build or get away, or it's especially devastating in squads. It also lights the grass on fire, and it is really bad for anyone that's in a box. Anyway, that's going to be my top 5 first things to learn for any absolute beginner in Fortnite. Be sure to like the video if you like the video for the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Fortnite content just like this. Bye!